Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to tell you all that I hope you're having a great day. I had some technical difficulties in my earlier class, but that's okay. I think I have figured them out. So let's get started. Today, I wanted to talk about, when we're at the gym and we see the girls down on the other end of the gym in the team side, the team girls, a lot of times they're doing routines. Now, we have talked about the fact that I want you guys to send me videos, right? I want videos of you creating your own dance floor routine with maybe a little bit of tumbling in it. I would also love to see your beam routines. All right, now we try, it looks really fun when they're doing their beam routines, but sometimes you just don't know what to do. So let's talk about how to create your beam routine at home. First of all, you need a beam, right? Well, not really. You could take some masking tape or some painter's tape and put it down on your carpeting. I've got painter's tape right over here. Right here. And all you do is take off a piece and put it on here and make it go all the way across the floor. That's if mom and dad will let you. Don't be doing their stuff and get in trouble. All right? Make sure that you're following the rules mom and dad set in a spot where you can do it. Now, I'm going to tell you that a beam is actually 4 inches wide. 4 inches wide. Now, it won't be high up off the beam, high up off the floor, but you can make it the right width. For me, I measured 4 inches, and when I do 4 inches, it is my hand from pinky to thumb over to another thumb. Oh, look, my puppy dog has come to say hello again. Uh-oh. Yep, okay, he's good. He's going to stay right over there, I believe. So, and then you can make it that wide, and now you know exactly how wide you need to be for your balance beam. Jax, sir, that's not where you need to be. Uh-oh, can you say hi to everybody? Just so you know, this is Facebook Live, so that means this is my house, just like normal. All right. Let me see if I can get somebody to come get him. Lexi! Come on, bud. Yep, you can't be right there. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Down you go. Thank you. All right, so now you have a beam here. Sometimes you can have a beam here. You've got something at home that's like a beam. These are the beams that we use sometimes in some of our preschool stuff, or sometimes the team uses them to do some harder tricks on. I take them to the daycares. I know that you're able to purchase a beam, so you can do that. I think you can do them through Amazon, or you can also, even without this, take a blanket and kind of roll it up. I'm going to roll up this side. Coach Carly made this blanket for me. And you can kind of do it on a beam. There's also beams that are outside. You can use a beam on your sidewalk. You can use a beam on our driveway. Our driveway has a really nice 4-inch wide beam, and I walk on it all the time because it's just fun, right? You do this at your house, and I do it at my house too, really. Even if I'm 105, I do it there too. All right, so let's create your own beam routine. All right, so we've got a couple different ways we can do it. We can do it right here on the floor. We can do it on something that will help you actually balance, because beams are working on balance. And then we've got a beamer, an actual beam that we can do something on, right? That's back here. So I'm going to move this one out of the way because it makes it a little harder to see. Okay, so when you're starting your beam routine, the first thing you want to think of is, how am I going to get on it, right? Some of the ways that we get on a beam is by, we can do jumps onto them. So we practice jumping onto the beam, straight jump. A lot of times they'll have a springboard. Sometimes they'll jump onto the beam and put their leg over. And they'll go like this, and they'll come to a sit. Boom, just like that. Sometimes they'll jump up and they're going to do a front support. Who remembers what front support means? Right, where we're holding up our body. Our hands are on the beam like this, and we're holding up our body. We do front support on beam and on bars. Right? Right up here. Beam and on bars. Front support. Arms are really, really strong. That's one on the floor. Front support on the beam. Right here. Front support. And then all we have to do is kick our leg over. And that gets us a good mount. Right? All the way up. Now, one of the things that you want to do, oh look, I almost tipped it over. One of the things that you want to do is next, after you get up, after you get onto the beam, you have to get up. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is a little trickier, right? You have to go from down on the beam to up on top of the beam. You can tuck your leg under and stand up, or you can use both feet. Some people are strong enough to put both feet on and just stand all the way up. I am not that strong anymore, but I used to be able to. So, as we rock up, we want to do different skills on the beam. A beam routine is several different skills, all connected together. All right, so let's start. We did our mount. Then we've got to get up, and let's work on some jumps that we can do on the balance beam. Right, I'm going to use my floor beam for that. So, feet are on here. Now, you're not able to see my head, but that's okay, because my head's really not that important. It's all about your legs. So, let's practice our tuck jump first. Ready? We're going to do our knees up to our belly button. This is your belly button, and everybody has one. I do not want to see anybody kicking their booties, right? Your tuck jump should not look like this. It should be knees up to your chest. Ready? Now, on a beam, it's a little bit different on floor, right? You have to have one foot in front of the other, and there's this little indentation right there on your foot where the top of the other foot kind of fits in. So they should be right there together so that you have the most amount of your feet on that beam. And we're going to do a tuck jump and try and stay on the beam. Tuck jump. Good. All right, let's try it again. And tuck jump. Nice. All right, one more time, and let's do this time we're going to do it different. We're going to do a split jump. So my legs are going to split all the way out and come back together. Ready? Here we go. And split jump. Not bad. By the way, my back knee kind of bent. I don't want yours to bend. I want yours to be as straight as possible when you're doing this. All right? So let's go back up here. And I'm actually going to do it on my beam, or the beam that I have. And we're going to do our tuck jump. And now I'm going to do a split jump. Bend. And back down. Good job. Hey, Coach Shannon. I miss you and the baby, by the way. All right. Now, let's go ahead. So we've got some jumps. Now, let's work on a turn. Now, I'm going to tell you up on this beam, it's kind of hard for me to do turns, but I'm going to try best I can. We're going to start with our favorite foot in front. Favorite foot, and we're going to work on our pivot turns. We've done pivot turns, right? Right. So let's do our pivot turns around. Whoop. And then I'm going to sit forward. We're going to go around. Let's see those feet a little closer. Right? Again, I'm going to do it beside the beam because it's really hard for you to see. I don't want to tear up my tape. So, up and up on releve. Releve means that we are on high toe. Our heels are way off the ground. And we're going to turn. And we're going to step forward and turn. Step backwards and turn. Step forwards and turn. Those are our pivot turns. That will connect one piece of our routine to the other. Now, we can also do like a half turn. So we put our favorite foot in front. It's my favorite foot, happens to be, well, my favorite foot really is my right side, but I turn on my left. So I'm just saying. And I'm going to turn towards my pinky toe, right? Turn towards my pinky toe and step forward. Now let's try that on the beam. Again, it's a little bit harder. Here we go. And up. Oh! And down. These are not made for great turning. That's okay. We can try it again. Ready? And lift up. And around. Okay, so now we've done some turns. We've done some jumps. Let's do, and when you're doing your beam routine, you always need to have some type of a leap. Whether it be a split leap, whether it be a stag leap, whether it be a, well, I forgot some of the other leaps. I had like 3 or 4 in my head, but that just didn't, they went away. So let's do a split leap, right? You want to start with your favorite foot and leap all the way over something. You pretend you're leaping over a blanket or whatever. You want to make them nice and big. Ready? And you're going to leap all the way across. Now, notice, if I did that on the beam, that wouldn't work out very well. But that's okay. It's okay, no big deal. We can make things work as we need to. So, right now we've done our mount. We've done some jumps. Let's do that split leap a couple more times, actually. We're going to put our favorite foot down and push off and push into the air. All right, let's try it again. Ready? And step and leap and push. One more time. And step and leap and push. Good. Now, there's some dance moves that are involved in a beam routine that we connect these different types of skills. So, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll use arm movements or side movements. So you might land your split leap and do some dance moves and turn and do your tuck jump. So I want you to make up your dance moves. All right? Okay. Now, there's dance moves that we did with just our arms. We can wiggle a little bit. You could do something like the Charleston, right? Which is just step in front, step, change, step and back. Step in front, step, 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 step. All right? It's just a little dance move. Some of you have been in ballet and you know how to do a chassé. So you can do that afterwards. You could say, you could do your split leap and chassé right out of it. I want this to be about what you're doing on your routine. Each of us are different and special, and we do different things. Doesn't make us wrong, just makes us who we are. And each one of you are extremely special. So show me your beam routines the way you like to do them. I will never tell you they're wrong. I will tell you that I love them, and they are great expressions of what you can do. All right, show me what you can do. All right, so you know what we need to actually have in order to do this? Let's have a skill. So we're going to actually work on the beam, and we're going to work on our forward roll on the beam. Yes, I know, you can do it, I promise. Some of you are a little nervous, but I bet you can do it on the beam. You can do it on the floor beam or a regular beam, but guess what? I have kids who are 3 and 4 years old, 3 and 4, who can do a forward roll on the beam, and you can too. So let's teach you how to do that. All right? All right, so let's start down here on my floor beam. And we'll start with our feet at one end of the floor beam. Our arms are way out here. Now, the key is we're going to bend our knees. We're going to put our hands way out here, and we're going to duck our hands in between here. And I want you to look at your belly button. All right, everybody's got a belly button. Our back should be rounded, and we're going to roll over. If your back is flat and your head is flat, you're just going to fall over right onto your back. All right, so I don't want to see that. I want to see you rounded and looking at your belly button. So we're going to push back, knees, hands are way in front of my head. Notice my head is not on this side. Here you go, head down and push off. Okay, so let's try it on the beam. When I'm doing it with my preschool class, I draw a square and they put their feet in the squares, and I draw a butterfly out here, so they put their hands on the butterfly, and I draw a circle right inside. All right, so I will probably say something like that. So, arms up, feet in the square, hands way out here, looking at your belly button, and rolling over. Head down, push, look. I would have made it had the beam been a little bit longer. I'm a little tall. All right, so let's try it again. But guess what? I'm going to do mine so that I am not necessarily on the beam. Hands down, out here, head in, looking at your belly button, head down, push, and all the way across. Notice I stayed right there. If my head was flat, and what I mean by that, my back was flat. If I was here and my head wasn't looking at my belly button like this, my head was flat, I would just fall over. Watch. My head I didn't roll very well. I actually did stay on, but I didn't roll very well. So try and get your back rounded so that you can roll and you can stay right on this beam. It's really not that hard. And guess what? If you fall off, you get back up and you try it again. Okay? Every time. It's okay to fall down. It's okay to not do things correctly. But I want you to get back up and try it again every single time. Right? I want you to be determined just to try it again. Doesn't mean you have to try it 100 times. But I want you to try it at least one more time so that helps your brain, which is super powerful, get over what was the last thing you did. Because if you end on the one that you fell off on, sometimes it makes your brain afraid. And there's nothing to be afraid of. All I want you to do is get up and try it again. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, we have done our skill. Oh, you know what? I talked to some of you, and we talked about cartwheels. So, if we haven't done, we did our forward roll, but let's learn a cartwheel on the beam. All right, now, if you have a beam at home, know that on our virtual content on our website under events, there is a beam video, especially for those who have beams. And we do go over on cartwheels there, and we'll probably go over a little bit better on that. So we're going to practice our cartwheel first, and then we're going to put it up on the beam. We'll start down here on the floor. We're putting our arms up, and you're starting in a lunge, and you're going to reach our hands out a little bit far. Now, if you're doing a cartwheel on the beam, it's kind of scary, right? But guess what? You're really not doing it very high. So I want you to dig down deep and try this really hard. Okay? So favorite foot in front, and you're going to reach your hand out really far, and you're going to try and kick your legs over the top. Over the top. Good. Now I did it on the floor, so that was pretty easy, right? Right. That's not the same as being on a beam, is it, Coach Saber? Nope, it's not. So, I've got a couple of tricks. Let's start here. Arms up really tall. Again, I'm a little tall, so I'm going to back this up just a little bit. Arms up, and I'm going to do my cartwheel on the beam. Oh! I obviously didn't go, actually, I don't think I went very quickly. I was kind of slow and a little nervous because I wasn't positive. Actually, my foot wasn't going to hit the ceiling. So I need to pay attention, right? All right, and you know what? Maybe I should move it back just a little bit so that I know that I can do this correctly. And I will start on the other side also. Okay, here we go. This makes me feel a little bit more confident. So I'm going to reach up and go. Good cartwheel, quickly. All the way across. Oh, man, I went around the side again, didn't I? Let's try it one more time. Let's see if I can make this work. Reach out and go. Oh, that was better. That was better. Sometimes you need something for your eyes to focus on. When we're doing beam, what I see a lot of times is people want to look down all the time. I don't want you looking down. In order to stay on the beam, you need to keep your chin up. Something called gravity works, right? So if you are looking down, you might fall down, Again, you just get back up, but don't look down. Keep your chin up. That keeps your shoulders square, and you will stay on the beam. Now, I have something. I just took a piece of this tape, and this is something I'm going to focus on when I'm doing my cartwheel. All right, so I'm going to put it a little bit further away, because this right here on this tape is where I want my foot to land. So my eyes are going to be looking at that dot the whole time. My arms are up in the air. I'm going to make my cartwheel really long, and I'm going to do this cartwheel on the beam. Ready? Here we go. Start my lunge. Reach out. Eyes are on that, and all the way across. Oh, I cut it a little short, and that's why I fell off. If I had made it longer, I would have done a better job. All right, one more time on that cartwheel. Ready? And reach. And over the top. And I at least fell off on the other side, which means I'm trying to make it over the other way. Okay, so we've got mount. We have got leaps. We have got jumps. We have got turns. We've got skills. And guess what? Now we need to have a dismount. Right? Dismount means get off. When you mount the beam means you're getting on the beam. And when you're dismounting, what are you doing? You're getting off. Good job. Smart kids. So when we're doing a dismount, you can do something pretty easy, like just a straight jump. Stick it. Wait, what was that thing that I just did? What did I say? I said stick it. What does that mean? And why do we do it? Sticking it means we bend our knees into that Demi Plie position. Demi Plie means our knees are just a little bit bent. Plie is actually a ballet move, and they go here and they bend their knees way down, and they come back up. If you're doing a Demi Plie, you're just bending your knees a little bit. In gymnastics, we do a lot of Demi Plies because that's how we land. It helps to absorb our body weight into our legs. I know that sounds a little weird, but what you're doing is you're jumping up, and if you bend your knees, look how I stopped. This is how we stop on a trampoline also. Most of you should know that. When you're stopping on trampoline, if you bend your knees, you stop right away, right? Mom and Dad, when you need them to get off the trampoline, you tell them bend their knees. They should be able to stop immediately. Even if you're jumping super high, like Coach Jada, she can jump super high and she will stop immediately if she bends her knees. All right? So, in a beam routine, they take off tenths of points, part of your points, if you land and you move your feet. The judges want you to stick it. So we're going to practice sticking it real quick. We're going to jump and Demi Plie. Look, I didn't move my feet, did I? That's what our goal is. We do not want to move our feet. I'm going to jump and turn to the side so that you can see me do it in Demi Plie. Ready? Jump, turn to the side, finish. Good, and guess what? That's kind of a dismount. You could jump and do a quarter turn. This is just a straight jump. If we add a quarter turn, that means a full turn is all the way around. A quarter turn is just 1/4 of the way around. A half turn is halfway. 3/4 is here. And then, of course, a jump full turn off. Now, all those jumps are jumps that you can do, or those turns are things that you can do off. You could do any one of those. You could do jump 3/4. You could do jump half turn and land and stick, but you always want to make sure you're bending your knees. You can do a straddle jump and stick. You can do, some of my kids in there, when we do our gymnastics at the gym, they're doing a handstand dismount. Sure, you can do it. Arms up, hands reach out, handstand, and finish. Oh, look, did you see that? I didn't land on Demi Plie because I didn't bend my knee, and then I moved. I would have got a deduction for that. Not cool, but that's okay. All right, now you can also, sometimes if you need something a little bit harder, you can work on that quarter turn dismount. I'm going to move this beam right over here a little bit more. And your quarter turn dismount, Remember, it's just half of a half turn. And we're going to lift up our arms, and we're just going to try and land on the other side of the beam. So cartwheel. It's really a handstand. I'm going to tuck in my shirt. Reach. And go up. And quarter turn dismount. And I step down with my other leg. But make sure you're using that one hand. Let's see if I can do it again and do a better job at it. We always say we try things. Doesn't have to be perfect. But as long as you're trying, that's what I want you to do. And right now, hopefully in your living room, or you're wherever you're at, you're probably not going to get hurt. So, up here, boom, and down. Good. Not bad. I could have lifted my arm up a little bit better. So, now because my beam is a little bit short, I'm going to move it out of the way. And that space isn't great for me either. So I'm just going to move it out of the way, and I'm going to be back up here. And we're going to work on creating a beam routine together. All right? So let's put it together. So we're going to do our mount, and then we're going to stand up, and then we're going to do our 2 jumps. So pick 2 jumps. You can do tuck jump, straight jump. You can do tuck jump, straddle jump. You can do tuck jump, split jump. Whatever jumps you choose, that's first, right? We're going to get up and do our jumps. Boom. And then we're going to do a little dance move. Step. I'm just going to step cross and step kick. Okay? Step cross and step kick. And you can even do your arms differently. You can go step cross with my arms. My arms are just like this. And so step cross and step kick. All right? And then we'll do that again. Step cross, step kick here. And because we're either on the floor or on a low beam, let's do something a little hard. Let's do a jump full turn on the beam. Woo! A little bit different, right? Arms up, around, land in that Demi Plie. Try and stay in that same spot. Hopefully you've got your floor taped, or you know where you're at. All right, so now here we go. And then we got to go up on releve and quarter pivot turn. Look, I'm right back in my spot. Now, let's do 2 kicks. It's kind of another dance part that we can add into. Step kick, and pivot. Now, if you have a long room, you don't actually have to pivot and move forward. You can do that. But now, we're going to take this opportunity to add our leap, because sometimes we need space to do a leap. So we'll go step and leap and finish. And I'm going to drop my arms down and push up and pivot turn here. Now look, I'm kind of doing something different. I'm putting all my weight on my back foot and my leg is here. And then I'm going to lift up, and you can either put your feet together and show me a good forward roll, or you can put your feet together and show me, or don't put your feet together, stay in your lunge, and show me a great cartwheel. All the way across. Boom. And we're going to try and land on that beam. All right? All right. And down. Landed out of my cartwheel. Arms should be up in the air. Now, we're going to turn our feet right here. Put our arms right here in that quarter turn. And we're going to push out. Another dance move. And let's do our dismount. You can either do turn and jump and dismount here and land. Make sure you're landing off the beam and you're what? Sticking it. That's right. Sticking it. Or you can do your cartwheel, quarter turn dismount, and land on the other side. Whatever it is, this is about you and what you can do, right? I don't want you being somebody else. I want what you can do. I want you to try and dig deep and try and make yourself do something a little bit. I want it to be what you can do, but I want you to try some things that are a little different. All right, so let's go through that beam routine again. Ready? Here we go. Mount, front support, up, and we're going to turn, and I want you to, front support's here. Sorry guys, I should have gotten down on the floor. Front support, turn, up, yep, and let's rock up. Woo! And then we do I think we did our dance moves. Step, side, kick, boom, boom, here, turn, and tuck, jump, straight jump, tuck, jump, straight jump, good. And you can do another dance move, whatever you choose. Boom, boom, turn, whatever it is. You can even do this. You can do the Charleston step. You can do the Macarena, I don't care. And we're going to do our step leap and leap. And then arms up, and you can pivot turn, or you can do your jump half turn, or you can do your jump full turn. And we're going to do, excuse me, our skill, forward roll, and stand up. Or you can do your cartwheel and stand up. You can even, because you're on a lower surface, you can even do a one-arm cartwheel. Love to see that. Okay? Love to see that. All right, then we have to do our dismount, right? So we did our finish, did our cartwheel, did our forward roll, and then we're going to do our dismount. So whatever it is, straddle jump, land, and stick it. All right, let's go through it one more time, just for you. Mount on the beam, how we get up, right? Right, mount, and leg over, and rock up, boop, and jumps, tuck jump, split jump, dance, kick, whatever you choose, doesn't bother me, up, turn, and split, pivot turn, and step leap, finish, up, pivot, cartwheel, and then dismount, turn, land, jump, finish. Ta-da. Good job. All right, ladies, I want you to send me some videos. Sabra, S-A-B-R-A, at summitsportscenter.com. I miss you all, and I hope to see you soon. Talk to you later.